Alphonse has sent you to his family tomb in order to reclaim some artifact to prove his heritage, that he is the true king of the kingdom.
Because his knight in shiny armor wasn't enough.
Correct. In doing so, you guys took a waystone, which teleports you from point A to point B, and you guys are planning to drop between point A and point B with Lorelei. However, you guys were sucked out of said teleportation thingamajig, and you guys were trapped in what we did in the last episode, which was the
We were mislocated
bomb thing. Basically, you got ripped out of hyperspace, bud. And so now you guys are trying to get to said tomb because you guys were taken off course. Hello. So, my shit's in my way. Hold on. I didn't plan this out ahead of time. It's like I didn't have 2 weeks to do this.
No big deal.
You guys have spent a few days wandering through the woods with Shortwing heading up the trail, heading towards the northwest. Eventually, the trees break as you see the faint smoke trails of a village in the distance, at the edge of a cliff overlooking the ocean.
So I came to a clearing that was a smoky village?
No, as the trees break and the forest ends, you see the village in the distance.
Lorelei, where are we?
If I remember from the map, this should be the village of Ami. If we get to the shoreline, we can probably get a boat and reach the island over inside the bay itself. We're pretty close.
So this isn't our destination? This is just a midway point that you knew of?
No, we got pulled out of the jump. This is as close as we can get to it, though, I suppose. If we can get a boat, we can get there. I don't think there are any waystones in this area.
Do you know anything about this village? What's in it? I don't think I wasn't the traveler, so I've only heard stories about it. I don't know anything about it.
Oh, I don't know much about it at all.
Well, I guess we'll find out, shall we?
Let the charismatic little one go first. Just kidding.
He's always happy to meet people.
I mean, he is. He's a happy little dude.
I'm very smart.
I talked to Bush.
I talked to Bush.
All right, onward to the village.
As you approach the village, you
Wait a
see
minute, 1 second. Before that happens, I'm gonna wild shape into a cat. I'm gonna jump on Rue's shoulder. Doing this for fun.
Oh, okay. Wow, I lost my train of thought. Way to go. It is a small village with a few dozen huts scattered across the cliffside that overlooks the bay below. As you enter, you're greeted warmly by villagers who probably don't really see adventurers out in this very isolated edge of the kingdom. You are directed to a very small building in the center of town where you're introduced to Vannon Dewbeam, who is the town master. Hello, everyone. What brings you to our humble corner of the world?
What'd you say his name was again?
Vannon Dewbeam.
Dewbeam's almost doobie.
Okay.
Oh, yes, hello. We were just, traveling on our way and saw your village and figured
I am short hair cat.
We could, seek refuge.
Oh yes, of course. If you can find a spot, maybe I'll talk to some of the townsfolk and they can probably give you a bed. We don't really have an inn here, so we'll have to make do with what we have, unfortunately.
Oh dear, no inn. Boy, that sounds like a business opportunity.
Purr.
I'm convinced that you're on his shoulder and you can't actually purr. You're just making the noise.
Yeah.
Purr.
Yeah, I tried.
No, unfortunately, because of how far away we are from most of the trade routes, there really isn't much of an opportunity for an inn here. But it's a nice and quiet village all in the same.
Oh, well, that's lovely. How far away are we from Doveport?
Oh, you're quite a long ways away from the kingdom, unfortunately. It would probably be at least, I'd say 2 weeks of travel to get back to Doveport.
Oh, wow. Time really flies when you're traveling.
Can I hop off of his shoulder and do the cat rub thing on the guy's legs?
You don't need to ask me to do that. You can just do that.
I'm just letting you know. In
There's
between,
no
that's why I
skill
asked.
check required. Hold
Well,
on.
I'm just-
Roll me a dexterity check. Make sure you land your feet.
I
you're
I
fine.
said can I because I wanted to interject in the conversation and show affection.
As a cat, he would have to have like triple advantage. They always land on their feet.
I'm here for the charisma advantage checks. I don't think we need those, but I'm just monologuing.
Oh, what a friendly cat you have here.
Meta, what time of the day is it?
It's probably like late afternoon.
Okay, so like 2-3 o'clock or so.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Do we really need to stay here? Can we just keep moving?
No, I'm just gonna ask him stuff. Is there a fishing community here?
Oh, that would be us, in fact. We are right here in the bay. It's prime real estate, if you would say.
My cat ears perk up.
Oh, excellent. Are there any leftover vessels that maybe aren't in use anymore?
Oh, unfortunately, no. Most of our fleet is out right now fishing, unfortunately. They'll be back tomorrow morning, however, once they're done out in their run.
Nothing in need of repair that, is out of commission?
No, not that I'm aware of. We only have about 6 or so boats that are seaworthy, essentially.
Okay, and what time do they typically return?
They should be back around the first light in the morning.
Fishing all night, that seems dangerous.
Sometimes the best fish are caught late at night.
Seems
Oh,
we're
that
stuck
is
here until
true.
morning. Might as well hunker down for the night.
Have you had any issues in the village lately?
Well, there is one thing, unfortunately. Sort of personal, if you don't mind. My son went missing a few days ago.
Oh,
and
that
we're still
sucks.
trying to find him.
Well, good luck with that.
Oh, that's
Sucks
terrible.
to suck,
Nice.
old man. Jesus Christ.
I support him again with another rub.
Our cat is just full of empathy.
Oh, I can tell. He's quite cuddly.
You can
I
take
was
him
almost
for
gonna
the
say
night
a-
if you'd like.
What?
I look up at him. I was gonna say Persian, but like that's kind of specific. So it was gonna be ballsack cat, but it'll just be a short hair.
You feel
You're
free
the hairless
to,
cat.
if you need an, emotional support animal, our cat would be more than happy to stay with you for the night.
Oh, I don't think my wife would quite agree with me taking home a cat.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, do you have a
Excellent
bar?
opportunity for a chaotic good to like start knocking over like glasses off his table and stuff. If I went into his house, that would literally be all I would do.
No, there's no bar in town either, unfortunately. Like I said, we're a very, very small community.
Oh, shame.
Boats are out.
Well, I guess we'll explore the village a little bit.
Yeah, please be my guest. You are
How
welcome
far-
to do whatever you wish.
How
Thank you,
far from the
Vander.
bay shoreline are we?
Walking distance. You're on a cliff, so like you go down the cliffside to the beach itself, but it's very, very close.
So like we're probably like in a very small town and like 100 yards from the shoreline.
Roughly, yeah.
That seems kind of far from a fishing guild, but it doesn't really matter. I'm not trying to like counter your. They would be like on the water, but that's no big deal.
They gotta be
You
safe.
make do and you make do. This is my world, goddammit, and I make the rules here.
I was just thinking about that. I'm like, why would they walk to fish?
And they fish all night on the water. Yeah. Very dangerous.
Jeff likes friction, okay?
Is there even a lighthouse in this town? This is like so dangerous.
There's not.
Nothing here makes any
So-
sense. Just move on.
I can't believe there's
So,
not a
I
broken
didn't,
down.
I'm sorry, guys. I didn't know you guys were going to point out all of those tiny, small fallacies in my high fantasy world where you guys just teleport across a kingdom.
So I gotta ask, you said something about an island in the bay, which is our destination. Can we see the island from the cliff and like how far, if I'm looking over with my beady cat eyes, how far is the island from the shoreline apparently?
I don't think you'd be able to see it from the shoreline. It's a pretty big
Pretty
bay.
far out. Pretty far
Yeah.
out. Okay. Okay. Unreasonable to swim. I don't have any types of wild shapes that would like aid and swim across, even though I have swimming abilities.
It's definitely way too far for you to swim.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with water anyway.
Horses can swim pretty far.
Please don't turn into a horse and drown yourself.
Horse can swim really well. They don't like to, but they can swim very well.
Just go fishing and you'll find a fish and then you can turn into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go see if there's dolphins in the bay.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I could swim, but, like, it doesn't help you guys out. So I'm not trying to go that route yet. And I've already wasted it on a cat for fun, so it's cool.
All right, I'm going to go down and sit by the water because it's relaxing.
I have 2 actions, actually. So I could actually do another one, but... he's going to sit by the water.
Would anyone like to join me?
I'm going to walk around the town, but I'll let you do your thing first.
I'll join you. Aramin, right?
Ari? Yeah.
Ari. I forgot your name, I'm not going to lie.
Don't even know your party members' names.
I don't anymore. It's been too long.
We got small
We're trying, all right?
Yeah, we have tiny
Small/Shortwing.
Tiny Foot and Arabin. I don't know.
It can't be Littlefoot. That's copyright. We don't have the money for that.
True.
I can't believe they killed Littlefoot's parents. What the fuck is that? Bro.
They killed Bambi's parents too.
Fucking spoilers. God, guys.
Santa Claus isn't real. What else can we spoil?
Yeah, that checks out. No, Santa Claus is a cryptid. Let's be honest here. It's just like Bigfoot.
All right, well, I'll start walking down there with Rue. It's too bad he's cat mode, because I would rather enjoy some tea right now.
Can I take this opportunity to stumble through the village and see if anybody goes, oh, a cat, and wants to skin me or anything?
I just want to interject. Ari, do you think that Shortwing is only here to be your tea bitch? Because that's how I heard that.
I am very good at tea, don't worry.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's done most of the time.
I am very good at foraging, but
as well as assisting us with our travels. So
I am cat reconnaissance right now. I make friends easy.
Cat recon. As you travel through the village, you don't see anything, or you don't see anyone hostile to you. No,
Tents?
You see tents.
What are we? This is a tents village, or is it actually like structures?
Huts. It's huts
okay.
and small houses. Nothing too fancy. Nothing elaborate. There's no nice brick homes here.
No, I got you. Okay. How many houses are generally in the layout of this? I'm trying to get an idea of size.
A few dozen.
Okay, not too bad. Damn,
man, you really should have let him sleep at the.
Dude, that was a golden opportunity for roleplay.
Yeah, that would have been funny as fuck.
But Jeff likes exposition, so we will do exposition.
Well, sorry, what do you guys want me to do?
I mean, we don't want you to do anything. Just keep the door open, that's all.
The door is open.
You wanted Monty Python.
He just offered me into this guy's house for me to fuck shit up, and you were like, no. I was immediately gonna just start like destroying this guy's house and then hop out of the window, and then they would never know it was me.
That's just fucking rude.
Dude, I don't know. I feel inclined. It's cat nature. Anyways, I guess if I'm not gonna find any leads here, there's no like small children that like come out and are like, oh, kitty.
I mean, I'm sure there are small children around. They've
like,
probably seen cats before.
Playing in the mud. They're like stray.
Yeah, it's just stray kids. Just like dozens of stray children.
Stray cat.
Nope. They're stray kids now.
I believe it.
Roaming the streets.
Feral children. Fucking
feral children.
Okay, so I guess I'm going to cut the fat out here, and I'm just going to say that they walked down to the shoreline. I was unsuccessful in anything, and then I just walked down to the shoreline and wild shape and meet them. Is that where we're heading in the direction? Wise? Because
I mean, that's what y'all want to do.
He already said that he was going to the shoreline. I just was going to say I didn't really find anything, just houses, no leads. So I'm just gonna regroup with them while they're skipping stones or whatever. You can cut back to them while I'm making my trek down to the shoreline.
Making your way downtown.
What does the shoreline look like? Is it a beach or?
It's relatively rocky. There's a small dock where the boats, you would assume, dock at for the fishermen to get off and bring their haul up the cliffside. but it's mostly a rocky area. I'm sure once you go further down all the way across the bay, it does become a more sandier area, but this is just where they chose to stay. It's like Sparta. They throw their kids off of it and everything. It's great.
I would like to, on the way down of my walk, I'm going to track a rabbit, pin it with an arrow, show up to the shoreline with meat, and we're going to have a cookout.
Sure.
Since it's like 3.5, make sure we're all rationed up.
You get it. You got some rabbit and everything. I hope it's delicious.
So can we see the island, or is it just barely on the water horizon?
It's mostly like barely on the water horizon from where you guys are. It's pretty far out.
And this is a bay, like,
Yes.
so it like encircles it. Okay, and there's elevation all the way around, so it steeps down.
On this side, there's elevation. On the other side, where you can see it, just trees.
So it's more flatter.
Well, if we have time, do we want to just explore down the shoreline?
After we eat our rabbit, of course.
Of course.
Lorelei just kind of pipes up and says, "What about that guy's kid? You guys don't care?"
Hey,
That kid wanted nothing to do with me. I don't care. I am a cat, and he said nothing.
hey, he's
That
probably just
kid
having
is
some
dead
issues.
inside, or he is an illusion of a kid and is an adult who's dead inside because they said nothing about the cat.
The kid ran away. He's probably just a teenager.
Oh, we're talking about the runaway.
Yeah, I was really confused as to where you were going with that.
I don't know where he was
or
going
where
with
that
that
was coming
I thought he was
I'm
from.
talking
really
about like the stray
I
kids
thought
that
it
I
was
ran
pretty
into.
clear you were talking about the quest, but it's all good.
Okay. Well, he
He gave us no information about his son.
To be
I didn't
fair,
really ask.
to be fair, I did kind of just dismiss him.
to be fair.
If I had some more information, maybe I can try to pick up on a track or something.
Oh, the kid just wants to roam off and be a teenager. I wouldn't worry about it.
Can I look at my collection of things that I can do here that aren't fishing boat?
Sure.
Dude,
You
I
pick up
mean,
the boat making skill. Come on, it's essential.
wait a minute. I have a herbalism kit, bro. and
You don't
I've
think
had
you
to
can make a boat
fight
out of
tooth and nail just to get a healing salve out of the kit that I decided to be proficient in.
I don't think you can make a boat out of that, though.
No. If I had something more progressive like metalworking
I'm
or
proficient in Tinker's tools.
I don't think you can tinker a boat together, pal.
Maybe at level 6.
So
No, I think it would require like woodworking to make a boat, and it would probably take a while, like a long while.
All right, so
Just wait
Let
till
me
I get
just-
the magic box.
I just need to see for D&D context. There is one animal that I could potentially turn into that might aid us. I'm trying to
Form
see.
of a bucket of water.
No. So one of the CR level, I can swim. I just can't do fly yet. So I can do giant
Right.
frog, but I don't know in D&D context what giant frog is. And given my environment, I've probably more than once seen one. Haze frog. I just searched giant frog D&D. Frog giant. Armor class 12. Does it say anything about its size? Because I'm thinking like, all right, well maybe like
Wait,
you
is it a
know-
giant frog or a frog giant?
giant frog. Yeah.
I don't think it's big
Traits.
enough for your friends to ride on as you swim across a bay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't. If it's a giant frog, maybe it's the size of a mastiff. Who knows? It can swim. It has its thing. It just doesn't tell me the size.
I still don't think we can swim.
Yo, swallow whole is an action, so it's a big frog. Jeff's like, you cannot break
So
my.
you can put one of them inside your gullet, but you can't put both in your gullet and move
He
around.
says, well, I can put one in my gullet so they can suffocate, and then the other person can ride my back.
And then slowly
Speed.
drown you because you're now carrying the weight of 2 other people on your frog body.
30-foot swim. It doesn't actually tell me the size of them. Like it doesn't say like
Probably
large.
medium.
It's probably
So-
large if it's giant.
No, because I think of a regular frog is tiny.
But it's
So
giant.
giant frog terms, anything bigger
Medium
than that.
Medium beast. So we're probably
Yeah,
talking
medium.
like bear at best. Bear is not big. I could swallow the small one, and then the warrior can ride on my back.
All right, are we gonna
And
get
then
guilted
could
into
still
finding
be-
this kid?
Still be drowned by the weight of two
Oh, that's
people
what-
on your frog body.
Is Lorelai gonna guilt us into finding this kid?
We could
I
just
mean,
wait till
she
morning.
mentioned it.
We could.
We could just ignore Jeff's story hook and
I'm gonna be real honest with you guys. This is the part I want you guys to do. The next part isn't ready yet. It's almost ready, but not yet.
what have you been doing the past
bringing
2
that
weeks there, Jeff?
Huh?
So what have you been doing the past 2 weeks there,
Hey,
Jeff?
we're gonna find a way to
just
this
jerking
island,
off.
and we're
The
gonna
answer is
Yeah,
fighting
just-
depression.
we're gonna
Just
force
spanking
Jeff
his
to
meat.
improv.
The answer is fighting depression. That's what I was doing the past 2 weeks, but thanks.
Oh.
Same. That's why I cleaned my apartment.
Now you
today.
ruined the joke.
Well, I'm sorry.
Now you
The
made
world is
it.
shit
Now you
right
made
now.
it sad.
It is sad. Way to go. You bullied a kid with mental health issues. I'm not a kid anymore. Fuck, I'm 20 years old.
20?
Oh, fuck, I'm old.
Let's just let's go into the woods.
Yeah, let's do that.
Sure.
Okay. How about we
Jesus
just
Christ.
follow like
We're just gonna keep
what
walking
dire-
along the shoreline. Maybe we'll find a beach.
what if we're on the shoreline? What direction? Like northeast would be the island. What are we looking at?
We're going left.
It's. I'm pretty sure I said northwest earlier, didn't I?
Yes, the village, but I didn't know if that was where the village was or where the actual island was in reference to it. So we could.
Roughly more. It's more northwest in that same general direction. It's not like a perfect like.
Okay.
You can't draw a straight line latitude wise, but like it's in the same general area.
We're going left.
So, you guys want to follow the shoreline to the west and see what we can find?
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good. Maybe we'll find a beach.
Oh God, it's gonna be the beach episode. We're doing that this early.
Oh,
We're
there
not
could
going
be more
after
than
this
one
kid,
beach.
Jeff. We're not going after this kid. You can't force it.
Fuck this kid.
Yeah, fuck this kid.
This town
He-
doesn't
he's-
even have a fucking inn. Like, why would I care about this kid? I can't get anything from it.
You guys are so mean.
Jeff, I just walked through a village of a couple dozen houses and not a single fucking person cared about the cat walking down the road. They are all
Right,
mean.
you're being antagonized by a horde of homeless children.
I wasn't antagonizing anything. I had
of
to
homeless feral children.
dig for homeless children, and you finally gave in, and they still didn't react. They have miserable lives because nobody adopts them in this village of multiple dozen houses.
Are you calling my world building part of a shithole country?
No,
Is
I'm
that what you're
calling
saying
your
right
fucking
now?
deprived, animal-hating children out is what I'm doing.
You know what? From now on, nothing but huge, lavish cities with nothing but intricate structures and their whole fucking economies built and everything like that. All right.
Hey,
I'm gonna
Good. All
drown
right.
you.
Sick.
I
shit.
respect 24 house villages if they appreciate a cat.
You complained that I made too much exposition, so I gave you a bare bones village to make your own, and you said, "Fuck this place."
Tried
and you
making it
left.
my own with the cat. I did.
I don't
I
think
was
anyone
Claude.
complained about too much exposition.
No. I said Jeff likes exposition. I didn't complain about exposition.
Sure.
Anyway,
Okay.
let's
All
walk
right,
up
well,
the
let's just-
shoreline.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Sure. You guys continue to walk up the shoreline. After a few hundred yards, it does become not quite like a sandy beach, but like those mixture of like a shelly, rocky-ish beach, if that makes sense.
Bro, I grew up with lots of sandy beaches. I don't want to hear it.
Are they real sand? Because like I'm from Florida.
I don't know. Lake
It's-
beaches are.
It's real
Dice
sand.
roll.
You can even surf on the lakes in the winter.
I don't believe that for a second.
How much do you want to bet?
I'm not a gambling man, so none.
I'm putting a video in the Discord.
Sure. We'll
You have to
it
watch
later.
this. It's awesome.
Okay.
This has quickly devolved from a D&D podcast to a, hey, check out this shit podcast.
Hey, you guys want to make a bet on who can skip a stone the furthest?
I'll
I do
take your
believe that'd
wager.
be fun.
How about
Well,
Lorelai says that she's in.
1 gold piece for the most skips and distance multiplied.
You're on.
we're
big
doing
boy.
this? Okay. All right. So I'm gonna lead by example since it was my okay.
Everybody was okay with 1 gold piece wager?
Yes.
Yeah.
Winner takes all?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll lead by example. What do you think, Jeff? Is that a dex, probably?
Yeah, it's a dex throw.
Okay.
Oh, I thought it was going to be strength because it's distance.
Oh, I guess maybe
Yeah, but
give him the option to do whatever?
Distance, but you still have to keep it so it's flat, so it bounces on the water. Otherwise, you just fucking chuck a rock.
Okay,
That's a
so
different competition.
how about a d20 for the amount of bounces, and then like a d20 for distance and d6 for bounces or something dumb?
I think
what
it
do you
should
think?
be. I think it should be an athletics check, but I'm not the DM.
I like
I
the
don't think
balance
there's
between
anything
strength.
athletic involved in throwing a rock.
No,
All right,
but
Jeff, make the
skipping
call.
Skipping a rock is specifically pretty athletic.
I said bounces by distance because you could bounce a lot and not go far, or you could bounce few and go far. So that's why I'm trying to make this complicated. D20 for performance, D6 for bounce, or D8 for bounces.
Sure.
All right,
I'll let the animals run the asylum
Okay.
today.
So I got a 16 on my roll and 2 bounces.
All right, wait a minute.
Lorelai got a 12 and a 2, so she's out.
All right, so wait, what are we rolling?
Either it's a dex check for how far, and it's a D8 for bounces.
Just straight up?
Just rolling both, yeah.
Throw them bones, buddy.
I got a 4 on my D20 and an 8 on my D8.
All right. I got a dirty 20 for my dex and then a 5 on my d8.
Okay, so Rue
so my
has
dex
this
was a 4.
incredible skipping bounce that like hits a soaring fish as it comes out of the air.
It's all we ever did
Headshot.
back home in the village. I would just skip rocks and do nothing else.
Damn, that was a good throw, dude.
I had a lot of
I've had a lot of
proficiency, though, to
practice.
get a million bounces.
All right, well he wins, so I'll give him a pony up. I kind of
So you
kinda
earned,
sob.
3
Yeah, I'm out of gold.
pieces.
I'm out of gold
Rue.
piece.
I am rich.
Don't sound too excited,
He's
champ.
so enthused. He did it like it was nothing, like he's been there, you know. Just sniped a
He
fish.
was gonna
Terminator.
win.
He just fucking,
Natural
walks up to it
20.
and goes,
Bastard.
and,
Snipes
like,
a fish.
turns away and sits down.
What about that
Any
kid back
ideas
there? We should probably go
on
save
how
him
we can, how about we,
so we
I
can do
could,
something fucking interesting.
you guys want to make a boat?
I don't know if we have the time or resources to build a boat. I'd rather just get one of the fishermen to drop us off tomorrow.
I agree.
Don't underestimate my powers.
I don't think that you can make a boat to transport all 4 of us. You know what, though? I will assist you, and if you are there tomorrow when me, Rue, and Lorelai arrive, I'll give you 5 gold.
I think I can make a raft that could get us to this island. I've done it before.
I don't believe you.
Fucking rolling those numbers, bro. Okay, so I am going to use, since it's a cantrip, Druidcraft to bend various trees and sticks that are not too crazy thick, but, you know, like reasonable 3 inches to
Sure.
And I'm gonna say that this probably takes.
I think it'll take me, maybe give me 2 hours, fellas.
If they want to do whatever the hell they do while I make this, but I'm gonna like tell you how I do it, and then I have a motor in mind.
Please. A motor? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, we're going to
We're
that
gonna
fucking
fucking
island,
die
Jeff.
with
You're
this
gonna
session.
wing this, or we're gonna like get attacked by sharks or something.
Or you're going to fucking sink and die.
Yeah.
Okay.
You do realize... Hold on.
God, I
So,
hope so.
before we go any further, you do know what a bay is, right?
Yes.
A bay is a big chunk of open ocean water
Enclosed.
surrounded by land.
Yep. And they
It's not fully
often
enclosed.
don't have a lot of. They don't often, depending on the scenario, don't have a lot of actual current or waves because they're kind of isolated.
Sometimes.
This is where Jeff's like, this one has 12-foot slopes, bro.
It's got 24 footers coming at you every hour.
We're also probably
like
like
a wave
100
pool.
miles away from this island. I don't think you can make it there.
100
Yeah,
miles
that's
away.
the
He
other
didn't
thing.
give context. He said it was in a bay.
He said he
Jeff,
was barely on the sight line.
I got this.
So for context, when I built this area, I used Tampa Bay, which is a nearby bay, as the general like shape of how it's supposed to be.
Okay.
And Tampa Bay is 400 miles large. Large? That's not the right word for it.
Large would make sense there.
Sure.
400 square miles big.
400 square miles. Do you think that your tiny druidcraft boat would make it half that way? 200 miles.
200 miles. Okay, so you're giving us right now it's 200 miles.
I'm not telling you it's a for sure like dead in the center of this bay. I am suggesting to you, do you think that your tiny rickety druidcraft boat could make it that far in a reasonable amount of time versus a sailboat?
Rue, while he's doing this, should we go find that kid?
Yes, the man did seem like he needed our help.
All right.
All right, Lorelai, would you like to help us find the kid?
No, I want to build this boat actually.
Ooh, okay. So she's gonna stay and help me out. I like that.
All right.
All right, well,
No worries,
Rue?
Lorelai. You do your thing.
you ready, Rue?